All right, hey, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I'm going to give all praise to our power, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation and blessings to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four winds of the earth that believe wholeheartedly in the true doctrine that's being pushed throughout the four winds of the earth for one hope of mercy and salvation during the time of Jacob's trouble, as well as when Yahweh Shai returns to the planet Earth. All right. As you can see in the title, it says the Lord is assembling His government. All right. The Lord is assembling His government. All right. One more time. The Lord, okay, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, is assembling His government. Okay. And this video will be centered around, the invitation that was put out for the affiliates, and what we're noticing is a lot of these affiliates really ain't affiliates. They really have issue with the order that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai has set up on the planet Earth. All right, that's what it all boils down to, because they didn't come in understanding. First, they didn't come in being strictly based upon faith, because if that was the case, this wouldn't be an issue. All right, it wouldn't be an issue to come up under order. All right, because they clearly have ulterior motives. All right, I've been gathering up information, chopping it up with the regional heads, the heads in the region that I'm in. All right, and just a lot of these guys that say they're affiliated, that give double honors to the apostles and the elders, that believe that the men of Great Millstone, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, have the 100% truth, are sent by the Lord. But when the invitation was put out to them to not only be an affiliate, but to become an actual member and to be vetted, because that's what we got to vet guys. All right. Now you're starting to see the frauds. You're starting to see the fake ones. See, it's one way to come up in this thing. Yahweh Shai said it, man. All right. Yahweh Shai said, "He that cometh up another way, the same is a thief and a robber." What do you think that means? A lot of you do not understand what it is you're involved in, man. Okay? You truly don't. You think it's I'm an Israelite, so I'm do what I'm gonna mimic what I see and do my own thing and try to create a name for myself and say that I did this and I've done. Man, you in the wrong spirit, Jack. Okay, you in the wrong spirit. A lot of you are a respecter of persons. All right. You think you something you're not. All right. And you fall into the category of what Yahweh Shai said here in John the 10th chapter. Let's go there real quick. Okay, I can't make this too long. I'm actually at the wash house. I was listening to a few other videos. I listened to Apostle Ramlab's video, Beware. The brother Mike Allah that's out here in the camp with me. He did a video, Beware and Consider These Things. Apostle Tahar just did a video that I started to listen to before I started recording, entitled Every Brother Will Supplant. And he put ninja right after brothers in parentheses, because you a bunch of niggas out there, man. Okay? Fronting like you really about order. And you even got guys that was amongst us that was shown brotherhood, that was shown how to move in this thing, was suspended, brought back, suspended, brought back. All right? And ultimately, when they offended, that last, the spirit had enough, was put out. Then they stayed out there doing their thing, teaching the word. All right? And then they think they're going to try to be an affiliate. We already know the type of spirit you in, man. Okay? You got a bunch of dudes out there that have no clue what this thing is all about, that hate order, all right? That don't want to have men over them, all right? And it's not like we over here tyrants, man. We over here are in charge of the Lord's vineyard, the Lord's house. All right? So shit can't be done out of order. It has to be done decently and in order. And a lot of you guys are coming up another way, or trying to. The same, like Yahweh Shai said, is a thief and a robber. This is John chapter 10, verse 1. It says, Verily I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. Point blank, period. So if you believe the men of Great Millstone, beginning with the apostles and elders, all right, the bishops, all right, in the tree that has sprung since '07, okay, that is sprung up across the whole world, and the leadership that has been established, if you believe that these men, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is working with, you give double honors, all right? You learn from them. And then you get the invitation to, be a part of Great Millstone. Now, when the region heads, the camp heads, those of us who were helping establish this government, when we reach out to you, you start to get cold feet, so to speak. You want to do something else. You don't want to hear from us. You want to hear the elders say something. Well, what you think? You don't think we in contact with the apostles and the elders? All right? Like I said, a lot of you dudes do not have a clue what you are involved in. You truly don't. All right? And that's why I entitled this, The Lord is Assembling His Government. A lot of you think that you ain't doing a damn thing. We ain't doing nothing. All right? It's the Lord that has the spirit on men to do things that they're doing, to establish this order. All right? And to make sure things are running smoothly. Because this will be the government of the planet Earth. Okay? Get that through your thick ass skull. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is establishing the government of the planet Earth. All right? The real new world order. Okay? And some of you guys just don't get it, man. Okay? You just don't get it out here, man. You out here thinking you want to build up a name for yourself. All right? And you're going to get stepped on like Eleazar did when he thought he was getting ready to kill Antiochus on the elephant in the book of Maccabees, and got his ass squashed trying to make a name for himself. All right, so without any further ado, let's hit these scriptures, man. Let's go to the book of Psalms, the 80th chapter. Okay, Psalms chapter 80. All right. And I'm going to start at verse 8. I'm going to read verse 8. Then I'm going to jump down to 12. All right. It says, thou hast brought a vine out of Egypt. Thou hast cast out the heathen and planted it. All right. What's the vine the Lord brought out of Egypt? The nation of Israel, man. All right. We know this. Who brought us out of Egypt? Yahweh, the Most High. We all read the story. He chose Moses. Okay. A lot of you dudes, I mean, it's mind-boggling, but then at the same time, it's can't even get mad at a dude that, he truly don't know what the hell's going on. All right, he must be a wicked-ass spirit the Lord just finna destroy because of the lack of knowing, but thinking he knows. Okay? The vineyard is the Lord's people, all right, that came out of Egypt, that vine, all right? Now I'm jump down to 12, all right? If you want to read more about the Lord's vine or his vineyard, go to the Isaiah the 5th chapter. I mean, there's so many scriptures, but I've written down a few, and Lord will, this will be edifying to the hopeful elect out there, all right? In the end, knowing and understanding that the Lord is moving the pieces on the planet Earth. All right? Jake will read these scriptures, but don't actually apply them and see and get the understanding of what the Lord is doing in the earth, man. For example, the book of Daniel, where it speaks about the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right? And setteth up over it the basis of men. All right? This is a wicked society that the Lord set up by means of Esau, Edom. So in the midst of, at the end of their rule, in the midst of them, the Lord is establishing a righteous government in the spirit that's going to rest on his son's shoulders. And this is what you see happening. All right? So again, going back to verse 12 in Psalms 80, I'm going to read to the end now. Psalms 80 and 12, it says, why hast thou then broken down her hedges, so that all they which pass by the way do pluck her? And that's the other nations. All right? The Lord took the hedges off of us. The hedge, when he hedged us in, again, precept, you go to the book of Isaiah, the 5th chapter. All right? And all the nations have had their turn in putting us into captivity because we disobeyed, right? It says, the boar out of the wood doth waste it, and the wild beast of the field doth devour it. Return, we beseech thee, O power of hosts. Look down from heaven and behold, and visit this vine, and the vineyard which thy right hand hath planted, and the branch that thou madest strong for thyself. All right? James 5 and 7. All right? The husbandman waited for the precious fruit of the earth. Okay? It says, it is burned with fire, it is cut down, they perish at the rebuke of thy countenance. And that has happened to us throughout history, man. All right? It says, let thy hand be upon the man of thy right hand, upon the Son of Man whom thou madest strong for thyself. Okay? Beginning with Yahushua and men that the Lord has set up on the planet Earth after Yahushua, all right? I.e. the disciples, okay? The churches from back then, okay? The apostles, and even now into this time we living in, man, all right? Same thing going on. The Lord has chosen men to establish his righteousness on the planet Earth, okay? It says, verse 18, so will not we go back from thee. Quicken us, and we will call upon thy name. Turn us again, O Lord, power of hosts. Cause thy face to shine, and we shall be saved. And we're seeing this happen. It's happening. I mean, what don't you guys get? How can you not see that this is all the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man? That the Lord has established amongst the men of Great Millstone, beginning with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and the men that they learned from their elders. All right, okay. This was all the Lord's doing. Okay. From there, let's go to the book of Isaiah 16. I'm trying to put these or read these in an order to where it's plain. And Lord will it is, through the Spirit. Okay, this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 16, verse 5. It says, and in mercy shall the throne be established. Okay? What we've been given is mercy. All right? Us getting access to this knowledge, our mind opened up to it, is mercy. What did the Most High tell Paul? Yahweh Shai tell Paul. He said when Paul asked for whatever ailment he was dealing with, the thorn in his side, he asked for it to be relieved of him. And what did the Lord tell him? He said, my grace is sufficient enough for thee. All right? Him knowing Yahweh Shai, all right, and understanding what it was his duty to do, all right, that was sufficient enough. And a lot of you guys getting your mind open to this thing and to knowing this thing, all right, it's not efficient enough for you. You want to be king of the hill. Sorry, Jack. That's Yahweh Shai. He's king of the hill. Okay? And all the other spirits that are gonna be with Yahweh Shai in the kingdom, they've already been established. Why you think King David said he hoped he'd be a doorman in the Most High's house? Okay? He would be a doorman. Here it is. That's the mind state of the king of our nation, the actual earthly, physical king of our nation, all right, that the Lord is building his government upon, all right? He said, I'll be a doorman in thy house. I just want to be a part of it, okay? Which shows you the parable when you go to Matthew the 22nd chapter, all right? Matthew the 20th chapter, those parables of the laborers, man. We all gonna get the same penny. We all gonna be kings and priests. All right? But Jake, you've been so Babylonianized. You want to be seen and you want to be the guy here in Babylon. Man, we ain't getting it here in Babylon, man. All right? So again, reading 16:5 again, Salakia. It says, in mercy shall the throne be established, and he shall sit upon it in truth in the tabernacle of David, judging and seeking judgment and hasting righteousness. All right? Now from there, let's go to the book of Amos 9. All right? Let's go to the book of Amos, the 9th chapter. All right? In the 11th verse, of course. All right? Because this is what the Lord is establishing out here. I don't know if they done told y'all. The Lord is establishing this thing. All right? He told King David that his house was going to be forever. All right? And it just so happens that same house of David is going to be the government that's going to rest upon Yahweh Shai's shoulders. All right? Amos 9:11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And the breaches, you know, you weirdos out here, man. You ain't gonna be able to get in this thing. All right? The Lord is gonna close up the breaches. Okay? And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it. Who is doing this? Okay? The Lord. All right? He says, and I will build it as in the days of old. Okay? The Lord is building this thing. The Lord is waking up men in their rightful stead. Okay? The Lord is putting men where they in position. Okay? It's not of us, man. But a lot of you think it's of you. Like you did something. You ain't did nothing, man. You ain't even been around long enough to do anything. Okay? From here, let's go to 2 Kings. The 19th chapter. All right? Second Kings 19, 30, and 31. All right? Now, when you read this, it's dealing with when we went into captivity under ancient Assyria. All right? But this is also future prophecy because it's not Esau, Edom, in his rulership likened unto Assyria. All right? O Assyrian rod of mine anger. All right? So these scriptures in the history, the writings of our nation have a lot of prophecy in them of now. Okay? So let's read. Let me see. I'm gonna start at 30. Okay? You can go back and read this whole chapter, man. All right? This is 2 Kings 30. Second Kings 19 and 30. It says, and the remnant that is escaped of the house of Judah shall yet again take root downward. Okay? Remember the vineyard being planted, okay, by the Lord, and bear fruit upward. For out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant, and they that escape out of Mount Zion, the zeal of the Lord of hosts shall do this. Who is doing this, man? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It's written all throughout the scriptures, man. Okay? And this is where a lot of you guys that's a part of these affiliates that's bugging out and tripping, you have no idea and you don't understand. All right? This is why the invitation was pushed out there. All right? And if you were truly about the faith and you just want to be a part of the Lord's house, all right, it wouldn't be an issue to come up under the leadership of Great Millstone. All right? It wouldn't be one, but we see that it is. Okay? Let's go back to Isaiah real quick. And we're going to get the 37th chapter. Let's see. Bear with me for a second. Let me find the scripture. And as you can see, even Esau has it right here, the precept, going back to 2 Kings, the 19th chapter, all right, which we read, dealing with the vineyard. I think I scribbled this. Let me see. Bear with me one second. I'm going to find it right now. I got my sword here. Get this precept. The proper precept that I'm looking for. All right. I got my precept. Bible. Okay. There we go. Yeah, this is it here. Verse 32. All right. Isaiah 37 and 32. All right. You can even read 31. All right. This is what we just read in 2 Kings 19, right? It says, "For out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant, and they that escape out of Mount Zion, the zeal of the Lord of hosts shall do this." Okay? "Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the king." I'm sorry. Yeah, I read it. I meant to read 31 first again, too. Salakia. It says, "And the remnant that is escaped of the house of Judah shall again take root downward and bear fruit upward. For out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant, and they that escape out of Mount Zion, the zeal of the Lord of hosts shall do this." All right? Okay? And this is what's being established in the earth. All right? Now let's go to the book of Isaiah, the 9th chapter. Okay? We're going to go back to Isaiah 9. Because remember, what is the Lord establishing? He's establishing his government on the earth in the midst of Esau's government. All right? It says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder." Let's look this word government up. Okay? The government is the Hebrew word masharah, all right? Which means rule or dominion. Government. First scripture come to mind is what? Let's go to it. The book of Micah. Let's get that real quick. Micah, the 4th chapter. And I'm going to start at verse 7. Key point is the 8th verse. "And I will make her that halted a remnant, and her that was cast far off a strong nation. And the Lord shall reign over them in Mount Zion from henceforth even forever. And thou, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, unto thee shall it come, even the first dominion. The kingdom shall come to the daughter of Jerusalem." Now, who's the tower of the flock? The prophets. All right? Great millstone. We believe that we are the avant-garde of this truth. and where Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is truly dealing. All right? We're a school of prophets. All right? When you read about the prophets of old, it was always a company of them. There were companies of prophets. All right? And there was order amongst the prophets, man. Okay? When you read about Saul, when he was amongst the prophets, he became a whole nother man. All right? So the tower of the flock is going to have that first dominion, which are the prophets. All right? And a lot of you affiliates believe that the apostles and elders are the prophets. The men underneath are the prophets. But you got a whole issue with the invitation of being vetted. All right? So let's go back to Isaiah 9. I gotta, I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6 and 7, it says, "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government," all right, "of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end. Upon the throne of David," as we read in the book of Isaiah, what was that? Damn. I'm sorry, not Isaiah. Isaiah 16 and 5, Psalms the 80th chapter. All right, Amos 9 and 11. Okay. 2 Kings 19, 30 and 31, Micah 4. Okay, when you read 8 through 13, I only read 7 and 8, but you read to the end of the chapter. This is that same government body that the Lord is building, the house of David. Okay, it says, "Of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom to order it." And this is what we're doing here through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. We're ordering the government on the planet Earth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, beginning with the apostles and elders, man. I mean, what don't you guys get? All right? And to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth, even forever, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. Okay? The zeal that the Lord has given men on the planet Earth is performing this, man. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has to give that zeal. Let's look up this word zeal. Okay? The word zeal. Kwa na'ah. All right? Kwa na'ah. Which means ardor, zeal, jealousy, ardor, jealousy, disposition. It says, sexual passion, which is not that, of sexual passion. Men for God. Okay? Of men for the house of God. Of God for his people. Ardor of anger of men against adversaries. Okay? So the Lord has put the zeal on men on the planet Earth to establish his government, man. All right? And you can say, well, the Lord put the spirit on me to, okay. Do you then. Handle your business. Handle your business, man. All right? The Lord is doing this thing through men. All right? And the leadership has been established, and it's continuing to be established. All right? You dudes don't know. You just have no clue. You could be, the Lord could have you as an affiliate, you know, and now you're getting ready to be another branch that's grown. All right? That's going to be purged and bring forth more fruit. Okay? But you want to be that, you want to be the number one root. Yahweh already got that spot, Jack. Okay? Men have already come and are in those steeds. You just gotta keep the faith and just and have the spirit of hoping just to be a doorman. Okay? A couple more scriptures and I gotta get out of here. Gotta get back in here with these clothes. This is let's go to the book of Revelation 19. All right? Revelation the 19th chapter, 7th verse. It says, Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come. Is this not what we waiting on? To be with the Lord in the air? That's gonna be the marriage. All right? That's gonna be the coming together again. All right? It says, Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him, for the marriage of the Lamb is come, and his wife, which is the elect of the nation of Israel, have made herself ready. Okay? Let's look up this word, ready. The the Greek word, hetoyomazo. Let's let Esau pronounce it.
Strong's G 2090, hetoimazo. Hetoimazo.
Which means to make ready, prepare, to make the necessary preparations, get everything ready. That's every brother. Why you think the apostles and elders, they be saying all hands on deck? Okay? Metaphor drawn from the oriental custom of sending on before kings on their journeys persons to level the roads and make them passable, to prepare the minds of men to give the Messiah a fit reception and secure his blessings. Come on, man. It's not rocket science, but a lot of you just are not a part of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's program. You were brought into this thing to be made an example of. And that's what we're seeing. All right? That's what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of wolves in sheep clothing. Okay? But you can't deceive the very elect. We see right through you. You know, I'm saying, Lord will, I'm a hopeful member of the elect. Okay? We are hopeful members of the elect. We see right through your wicked ass, man. You ain't fooling nobody. Okay? So that's Revelation 19:7. The bride is making herself ready. Okay? That's what the order was for. Let's go to the 17th chapter real quick. And the 14th verse. The key point I want is the last line in this scripture. It says, These shall make war with the Lamb. Okay, talking about Esau, Edom, and his beast system. Okay, and the Lamb shall overcome them, for he is Lord of lords and King of kings. And they that are with him are called and chosen and faithful. Okay, they know the program, because the Lord has opened up their mind to his secrets. All right? And now that we understand and know the Lord's secrets, all right, we got to establish what he wants on the planet Earth via the scriptures, man. And this is what's going on, man. And a lot of you dudes do not know, and you can't even see that the Lord is doing these things. All right? Now, I'm going to go to one last scripture. Now, you could read this whole chapter, but I'm going to just read the 1 or 2 verses. All right? Yeah, 2 verses. And Yahushua answered and spake unto them, Matthew 22:1. And Yahushua answered and spake unto them again by parables, and said, The kingdom of heaven is like unto a certain king, which made a marriage for his son. All right? And sent forth his servants to call them that were bidden to the wedding, and they would not come. All right? A lot of you don't even want to come to the wedding. Invitations been given out. All right? And you've been called into the wedding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and you don't want to come. I thought the men of Great Millstone were the prophets. See, a lot of you want your own brand. You want to do your own thing, try to establish your own brand, and say that I built this. All right? Everything about Great Millstone from the name was all done in the spirit. Okay? Yeah, I can read more. But then I'm going to reference this chapter, Matthew 22, all right? And also Matthew the 20th chapter, laborers in the vineyard of the Lord. Let's read this real quick, a couple of verses. It says, For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, okay, he sent them into his vineyard, okay? And we're in the Lord's vineyard, all right? We've all agreed to the penny. Now, if you're going to be a part of the vineyard of the Lord, you got to come in here and you got to work, okay? You got to be vetted. How much experience you got? Oh, none? Okay, cool. This is what we're going to do with you. We're going to put you on the shovel. I'm just speaking metaphorically, all right? But this is how you got to approach this thing, man, through the Spirit. Well, the Lord has to open your mind truly to see what he's establishing, man. All right? So I'm gonna close it out here because I got to get back in here with these clothes. Lord will, this was edifying to the hopeful elect out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going to reference, again, the Apostle Ramlab's video, Micah Allah's video that I watched, and I'm about to finish Apostle Tahar's video concerning the issue. All right? And there's been other videos that the brothers have done. I know the head brother, Elder Itazawam in Atlanta, he did a video. All right? So there's many videos out there of brothers that brothers are doing concerning these affiliates and them exposing who they truly are. All right? So, once again, I hope and pray that this was edifying to the hopeful elect out there, giving all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and we on to the next. Shalom.